Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Dispatch, an essay by Francis Bacon. Here, Bacon cautions all the businessmen against affected dispatch. That is, when they do some work very fast. At the same time, he also cautions them against small dispatch. That is, doing some business very slowly. While underscoring the importance of the time factor in business, he tells us that what actually matters is how the job is done and how well it is. Because the taste of a pudding lies in eating. And in the same way, a work is judged only by its result. So the result matters a lot. And in Bacon's opinion, that is affected dispatch, which is a fast one, is one of the most dangerous things in business. It is like eating too fast, which will lead only to pre-digestion or hasty digestion and will give way to many problems. And another thing is, a work need not be judged by the time that it takes to be completed, but by the way it helps in the advancement of business. And it is not a question of how quickly the work is done, but how well the work is done. In a race, a horse is not judged by the large strides it takes. Large strides means long steps it takes or high lift. That will not decide the winner. It depends on how speed, what it actually requires to win the race matters. In the same way, in business too, there are many factors involved to say that the work is completed successfully. And they are people who do a work very fast, either because they want the job to be done quickly or because they want to impress their seniors, that they think that if they do the work very fast, the superiors will think they are efficient. But one has to remember that every work must be given the time it will take to complete that work. That is, each work deserves its own time. And excessive hurry can actually even spoil the work. It is one thing to abbreviate by contracting, but it is another to abbreviate it by cutting off. That is, we have abbreviations where we take the first letters or any small part. That is one way we contract the word so that it is understood. But when you cut the word, it is bad business. And Bacon recalls a statement of Sir Amyas Paulet, who saw his men rushing to a conclusion, used to say to them, "Stay a little, that is, take your own time, take a little more time, that we may make an end the sooner." That is, definitely, even if you take the time, you will end sooner rather than rushing. And if affected dispatch is one of the dangerous things in business, true dispatch is a rich thing. True dispatch is giving the correct time to that work, what time it deserves. And time is as important to a business as money is. Because in business, money is very important. In the same way, time is also important. Many business have failed because of the small dispatch. Small dispatch means taking a long time to do a business. He says Spaniards and Spartans are notorious for their small dispatch. They will do everything slowly. And also there is a Latin proverb which says that if you want to live for a long time, you wish that your death should come only in Spain, because it will take a long time to come to reach you, so you can live for a long time. And when a person gives first information, he should not be disturbed. That is, when one person is telling his ideas or something, don't disturb him. Even if he is going to take a long time, it is a wise thing to allow him to present his report in his own way. Let him take his own time. Because in the name of moderating him, we should not spoil the flow of his presentation. Because we will think we are trying to help him or we are trying to take him in the right direction. But we will spoil his presentation because he'll get disturbed. Quite often, a moderator is more troublesome than the actor. Saying the same thing again and again is a waste of time. Long and curious speeches are as fit for dispatch as a robe or mantle with a long train is for race. That was, you're running in a race. At that time, you should wear a cloth which will not disturb your run. If at that time you're going to wear a very long cloth, it is very difficult to run. Prefaces and passages of reference kill time. Time spent in preparing the mind of a person to an important proposal is time well spent. See, at the same time, if you're going to take a lot of time to prepare your mind to give a speech or to give you ideas or to give you a proposal, that is really worthwhile, because you have spent your time well, and that will help you in giving a very good presentation. order, distribution, and singling out of parts are the breadth of dispatch. See, everything, there are three types. One is order, that is planning, and distribution is we are going to distribute ideas, we are going to debate ideas, and singling is how we are going to do this work. And all this facilitates an effective transaction of business. All these will help in very good business. The choice of the right time is vital for the success of business. To choose time is to save time. So, if you really need lot of time, first save the time which you are actually wasting. There are three parts in every business. They are the preparation, the debate, and the perfection. The first and the last part should be handled by a few. That is, preparation and then perfection should be handled only by experts who are very good at it. But for debating the pros and cons, it is better to involve many, because each one will give the ideas and many people will think in one way, but there may be one or two people who will think in the other way or think about the cons, that is a negative things in that. So it is better you debate with many people. When a business is well debated and well conceived and the program neatly chalked out, its dispatch will be easy. So when you actually debate, when you really think about all the aspects, when you involve many people and get their ideas, then your work will be easy to be done now. Now let's read the essay. Affected dispatch is one of the most dangerous things to business that can be. It is like that which the physicians call pre-digestion or hasty digestion, which is sure to fill the body full of crudities and secret seeds of diseases. Therefore, measure not dispatch by the time of sitting, but by the advancement of the business. And as in races, it is not the large stride or high lift that makes a speed. So in business, the keeping close to the matter and not taking of it too much at once procureth dispatch. It is the care of someone only to come off speedily for the time or to contrive some false periods of business, because they may seem men of dispatch. But it is one thing to abbreviate by contracting, another by cutting off. And business so handled at every sittings or meetings goeth commonly backward and forward in an unsteady manner. I knew a wise man that had it for a byword, when he saw men hasten to a conclusion, stay a little that we may make an end the sooner. On the other side, true dispatch is a rich thing. For time is the measure of business as money is of wares, and business is bought at a dear hand, where there is small dispatch. The Spartans and Spaniards have been noted to be of small dispatch. Let my death come from Spain, for then it will be sure to be long in coming. Give good hearing to those that give the first information in business, and rather direct them in the beginning than interrupt them in the countenance of their speeches. For he that is put out of his own order will go forward and backward and be more tedious, while he waits upon his memory that he could have been if he had gone on in his own course. But sometimes it is seen that the moderator is more troublesome than the actor. Iterations are commonly loss of time, but there is no such gain of time as to iterate often the state of the question, for it chaseth away many a frivolous speech as it is coming forth. Long and curious speeches are as fit for dispatch as a robe or mantle with a long train is for race. Prefaces and passages and executions and other speeches of reverence to the person are great waste of time, and though they seem to proceed of modesty, they are bravery. Yet beware of being too material when there is any impediment or obstruction in men's wills. For preoccupation of mind ever requireth preface of speech, like a fermentation to make the urgent enter. Above all things, order and distribution and singling out of parts is the life of dispatch, so as the distribution be not too subtle. For he that doth not divide will never enter well into business, and he that divideth too much will never come out of it clearly. To choose time is to save time, and an unseasonable motion is but beating the air. There be three parts of business: the preparation, the debate or examination, and the perfection. Whereof, if you look for dispatch, let the middle only be the work of many, and the first and last the work of few. The proceeding upon somewhat conceived in writing doth for the most part facilitate dispatch. For though it should be wholly rejected, yet that negative is more pregnant of direction than an indefinite, as ashes are more generative than dust. Here ends the essay. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. hype the video so that many of you can watch the video. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.